Hi guys, welcome back to Crossman Productions. Man, it's been a crazy week. Yesterday we had Bretton Hart, the world champion bare knuckle fighter. If you missed that interview, definitely go back and check that out. I had a blast talking to Brittany. We talk a lot about these female athletes in combat sports. Um, there's a lot of tough girls out there. And then Britain's stories. She's just, man, that's a tough girl, man. And we watched her, if you go back, watch some of her fights, she got to fight Paige Van Zant and Christina Ferreira. Man, definitely go check her out. And then visit her site, BrittonHartArmy.com, and go check out her merchandise. Today, man, we got our boy back on. Uh, Ron Bata, the Wolverine. I've been waiting for his interview. He's been so busy. Uh, you know, Dave just keeps this guy busy a lot with training the new guys, and you know, uh, for somebody who's retired, they still keep him busy. So we're gonna bring him in. We got a chance to sit down and catch up with him. So what's up, brother?
How's it going, bud?
It's going good, man. I was saying, man, after you retired, I think that you've been busier being retired than you were when you were fighting.
Yeah, I yeah, it was although I enjoyed it, so I like getting to see the new people coming into Power Slap. So
Right. So how's that been? I know they brought you in to see some of these new fighters. Um, what's the new group look like?
pretty good. You got some ones that stand out and you got others that, obviously, could practice just a little bit more. But a lot of them are, younger guys that see something they can try and something they can do and are gonna push for it.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these new guys. Uh, are they going to do another like road to the title or use some of these guys?
I Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's outside my pay grade.
Okay. I don't know if they're going to start, push them through road to the title. That's normally how they started bringing in some of the fighters. So I
Yeah.
wonder if they're going to do that again. But man, so it's been a while. So I wanted to talk to you about Power Slap 12. Some of the matches that was out in Power Slap 12. I really think, watching those fights, that you being one of the coaches out there made a big difference in a couple of those fights. With Brandon Badeau and Dakota McGregor. So we're going to talk about some of those fights. So, well, first of all, let's talk about Dakota and him going up against Robert DeHill. Um, that first couple of slaps, Dakota looked like he was about to go down. What did you say to Dakota to keep him going as long as he did? That dude was a beast.
Yeah, he was, and I think he was just nervous. He got knocked down in round two, maybe three, and he listened. He stayed down, until the 8 count, and then stood back up. But then, he stood tall for the rest of the matchup afterwards. I think once he got comfortable up there,
Yeah,
I think he got into his groove. I mean, and I've talked to Robert about it. I talked to Dakota after the matchup. Robert's a hell of a champ.
yeah.
Dakota was hitting him hard. I think Robert was actually more swollen up than Dakota was.
Oh wow.
But it's just Robert's a hell of a champion for that weight
Right.
class.
And after that match, I thought it was really cool the way that Robert gave Dakota the respect,
Yeah.
of how tough he was, in that match.
Well, I think if I remember, I think that's the only time Roberts had to go to decision.
Oh, really? Yeah. That was a tough matchup. And then you had Frank. That matchup, man. You know how I hate people who like showboat. You know what I mean? And Frank came in there, did his little rap, uh, and then I don't know. talking all the crap he was talking. When he got knocked out, I'm glad he jumped out of my seat on that one because that was pretty funny when he got knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, I like both them guys. They're both nice guys. Montoya was just, and he told me before the matchup as we're walking out there, he was just nervous. I was like, man, just embrace it, enjoy the crowd. And I mean, once he got up on stage, he just, I think he calmed down once he realized it was just them two. There
Right,
wasn't no crowd. Don't worry about the crowd. And I mean, he delivered. I mean,
right. Montoya, his reaction afterwards, I thought was pretty funny too.
yeah.
So, and then Brandon Bedell, that was a tough match. When Brandon's nose got broken, um, what did you say to him? Because I mean, I saw you run over there and started helping him. What did that how did that go down?
I mean, he just wanted to continue. Obviously,
Yeah,
Bordeaux did. I mean, he was, doctors came in because I mean, it was just gushing blood out.
right,
Doctors came in and they were trying to get it to slow down. And I, I mean, I can't remember, but I thought I remember the doctor telling us that if they were gonna, they were thinking about calling it, and Bordeaux just, he said he just needs one, and I think they finally told him that he could have a round or two before, once it started gushing more, they were gonna have to call it, if I remember right. But
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, Bordeaux just said he wanted one, just and he got it done in one. I mean, Isaiah just he rushed up too quickly,
right.
and I mean that kills all of us. I've been a victim of that myself, so I mean it happens to everybody. I mean, he'll come back from it. Just it was a hell of a shot from Bordeaux.
And then those two match up. We talked about this before. Those guys match up really well together, Isaiah and Bradley. Um, and um, it was kind of when you're watching, it's kind of like the opposite from the first fight because I felt like Brandon got up too early in the first fight, and then the second one I felt like uh, Isaiah got up too early.
Yeah.
When Brandon was down before he got up, did you say anything to him? To kind of motivate him to get back, or he just looked really determined on that fight, anyways.
I don't think did Brandon go down? I don't think he went down. I think he got hit and then he came back there and his nose was
I
just
mean, he didn't go down. He just had the broken nose. I mean,
okay.
but
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have to coach Bordeaux. I mean, he was in his own head. He was motivated. He just wanted to go get his shot in, and I mean,
yeah,
so I was just you know, trying to help him just get back up there. I mean, I didn't want them to call it because of his
yeah,
nose, bleeding. I mean, that would be a shitty way to go. So I'm glad they would let him go back up there.
yeah. And I'm glad he got it done in the first slap because it would have been if he had to take another slap with his nose that way, that would have been difficult. That'd probably been would
Oh
probably
yeah,
been
and who
difficult.
knows if it would have started just pouring out at that point, and then they may have stopped it. So I mean, yeah, it was good for him to get it done the way he did.
Yeah. So that's a tough guy. So of all the matches, what did you think the toughest match was?
The lightweight title match. I mean, I thought that was a good back and forth matchup. I mean, McGregor went down that one time, but I mean, I think McGregor had two or three matches going against. I mean, Robert, who's been around since the first road to the title. I
Mhm.
mean, and then he's still actively pursuing his pro MMA stuff. So I mean, Robert's a tough dude, and for
Right.
McGregor to go stand up there and give him 5 good hard rounds. I mean, it was I think that was the match for me.
Cool. So rankings right now on the light heavyweight division, who would you put as the top five contenders?
For which
For
weight
your
class?
division. Yeah, your division.
Um, Obviously with me coming back, I mean, I'm gonna put myself, up there, and then I think Russell, Luke, Vern, and Klingbeil.
Okay. So, so you think that Russell would be the number one contender? Is that who you think that you might face if you come back, or
I I think so. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
right?
that's who I would place as the number one contender because I know he's been scheduled to verse Turpin twice, and
Sure.
twice it didn't go through. And I know that's supposed to be a number one contender match. So at this point, I mean, I figure you would just, you know, give the number one contender to Russell. So
Cool.
that's who I would think that I'm going to go against.
Cool. You talked about coming back. Um, how do you feel coming back? Like you feel like, and we talked a little bit about this about you feel like you're in a lot better shape now. So what kind of gave made you decide that you want to come back and defend the title?
Uh, Honestly, just a financial issue. I had an issue with family and money, and um, yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah.
come back, put the money towards a new place, and then I told him I didn't want to renew my contract. So I mean, I want to finish out the matches I have on my contract, and then I want to be done. I want to
Right.
be done this time. You know, I packed up weight. When I thought I was done, I think I got up to about 230, 235. So I was already ready to be done. And then once we decided, or I said we, my wife's still not. She's behind me, but she's still not too excited about it. But
Right.
um, but once I decided to come back, she started helping me cut weight because she's pretty good at helping me cut it.
All right. Cool. Cool. And you've been doing some other stuff too. I mean, we went back over with JT and started doing chest chop. Yeah, tell me a little about that. I saw the video that they posted about chest chop. Tell me a little bit about that and what was that like?
Um, JT called me and asked me if I'd like to host it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to host Chest Chop, and we went down there. Me and my wife did watch the first event,
Right.
and it was pretty neat. I mean, especially if you're into wrestling and stuff, you like the chest chops, like Ric Flair and all them.
Right.
But to watch actual two people try to like actually hurt each other with it, it's pretty neat. It's entertaining.
Right.
Um, at the end of the night, she volunteered me to take one, and I had already been telling her, I guess if I'm going to host it, I should try it once. So
Right.
she volunteered me, and yeah, I'll take a hit to the face, not to the chest.
Did I see Isaiah do one?
That was something else. That wasn't a part of chest
It
chop.
was for chest shot. Okay. I saw him do the chest shot thing. I thought maybe that he was thinking about competing over there too. So,
No, that wasn't a part of JT or chest chop. That was all power slap stuff.
but JT cracks me up because I think that JT looks for like different things. Like you did the power slap, and then I saw something that Will reposted with the caskets where they were fighting to get out of a casket, and then they
Yeah.
had the fights in the car where you had
Oh, Kardutsu, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like he just looks for different things. It's like off the wall things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat what they got going on down there. I mean, they're coming up with a couple good ideas. Some of them, I told JT I'm not on board with, but he's got a lot of things that I think are pretty neat. That even if I won't compete in it, I enjoy watching them.
Right. Yeah, it was that car that was a car ninja or whatever. That was pretty fun to watch because you're watching two people like sitting in a car trying to fight.
Yeah,
Using all the parts of the car, to take each other out. It's crazy. I don't know where he comes up with this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I wanted to get JT on the show. I had Jason Jones on before I started getting into all the stuff. So I got to get JT on and kind of pick his brain a little bit, figure out where he gets these ideas.
Yeah.
Man, so so what's next? What do you got going on?
Uh,
Uh,
I'm just waiting on the call about defending the belt. Honestly, I'm gonna wait. Working on getting back to 205.
right.
Just slowly taking our time and just waiting. I mean, other than that, just living normal life, starting to work. Kids got ball. With baseball season, and
Okay. Hey, cool. So do you ever see yourself like coaching like a little league team?
I was going to, but I was actually in Vegas training the new guys when they were having the sign up, so I kind of
Right.
missed out on that.
Uh, I can see you doing that. I can see you with the kids just out there coaching. So man, so going back with you've been doing a lot with the family, and then are they bringing you back for coaching or anything, or training some of the new guys? They thought about that yet?
Yeah, I'm about to say I haven't heard nothing since I've been back from the
Okay.
last set of the training. I've just been waiting.
Yeah. So it seems like it's just taking longer for some reason for from Power Slap 12 to 13. And I don't know if it's just the fact that they're trying to figure out where they're going to be, you know, um, but it seems like the sport itself is growing as far as the number of people starting to join in.
Yeah.
You start to see a lot more females jumping in. So I'm thinking at some point they're going to start a female division uh, and start letting the females fight for a belt.
I would think so at some point. I mean, as much then there was quite a few of them at this last training. So I would think at least one or two of the divisions. I mean, I think they got three right now, but I mean, I know I think what is it, 145 and 125 are pretty stacked with quite a few people. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to come start happening pretty soon because you've seen a lot of these people, and I've noticed too. There's a lot of crossover with the UFC and bare knuckle fighting and power slap. You got a lot of athletes starting to cross over, to other, I guess I don't say divisions, but other leagues.
yes, sir.
You came from MMA, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, so you got the MMA. You got these. A lot of the guys come from UFC, and I was talking to Britton Hart yesterday. She's one of she's the world champ over at bare knuckle, and she said that I asked her if she thought about coming over. Okay, she actually fought Paige, and
Yeah.
she fought another boxer, Christina Fiera. I don't know if you know who she is. She's a pretty tough girl. Uh, but I asked her. She said the problem that some of them have is um, what we see some of these guys that come over is that she said she don't know she could stand there and just take a slap because she practices all the time. You know what I mean? To not take a punch or whatever, and so
Yeah.
to be just able to just stand there and take a hit, she's like she don't know she could retrain herself on that.
Well, and then the pivoting, that was all, and that's what I told like a lot of the new guys that I've been working with. Like, you're coming from MMA because that was like my hardest part with Slap Fight Championship was to get away from that pivot because you're so used to pivoting when you throw that right. So, I mean, trying to keep your feet still and not move, you're having to sit there and retrain yourself all over again about not moving rather than making sure you pivot.
Right. Well, and not only the pivots too, but a lot of them the flinch because as soon as they see the slap coming, they roll their heads or they
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to that you have to unlearn,
yeah
and then if you're trying to do both of them, it kind of like I don't know. I would think it would be harder to try to do both of them.
right yeah because then you're when you're in a in a ring you're actually trying to defend yourself you know but at the same time I think that power slap would actually help them because if you're say you're doing bare knuckle fighting, I think you might be able to take a punch better.
Yeah, but unless you get, I mean, rocked so many times up on the stage, I mean, because I still think that, I mean, too, I mean, once you've been rocked so many times, I mean,
Right.
I think everybody's got their number they can take. I mean, after that, once your chin's been, dealt enough damage, I think you're
Right.
kind of done.
Yeah. So and that's the other thing too. She said that when she first started boxing, that was the first thing she was afraid of, just getting hit in the face. But you know, she said that so she was in a domestic violence situation before she got into boxing, and so she said that she come to the conclusion if she could take a hit from a guy, she should be able to take a hit from a girl. So, but yeah, she was saying that if she could take a hit from a guy, she could take it. She should be able to take a hit from a girl. So she started getting into boxing. So
That's it. I mean, I don't know. There's some of them girls that hit a lot harder than guys. So
yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, whoever it was that was her ex or whatever. I feel bad for that guy. That's what they sort of did. So well, cool, man. Yeah, just waiting to spend some time catching up. See what you're up to. It's been a while. Um, Power Slap
yeah,
12 was crazy. With all the fights that they had. So I'm looking forward to 13. Hopefully they figure out where they're going to be. And I'm kind of disappointed because I heard they were going to be here in Texas, and then I guess something fell through with that. I'm not sure. It maybe just been a rumor, but wait for him to come here.
I'm about to say I don't. I mean, I've heard Texas. I've heard Saudi Arabia. I've heard Vegas.
Yeah,
At this point, I'm just like everybody else. I'm just waiting to find out, for sure where it's going to be at.
right.
I mean, I heard that, and of course, that's just might be a rumor too. I mean, I heard that maybe at the end of the year that they're talking about doing one in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Hell, I can just drive that one. I ain't got to fly or nothing.
Well, Oklahoma's pretty close too, so where I'm at. So I'd be fine with them doing it in Oklahoma. Uh, and then Damien thinks that the next one should have the heavyweight title back on the line. So I think he's ready
Uh,
to get out there and defend his title.
yeah, I'm sure he is. I mean, it's probably been. I think he was the match before mine, so or the event before mine. So yeah, it's probably been a while for him.
Yeah, he said he's ready to get back out there so and defend his title. So and that's the thing too. That they go through the different divisions and it takes so long for them to roll back around to your division. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wonder how much that plays on people being prepared. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I don't. I mean, because I prefer to go at it probably about 3 times a year.
Yeah,
I mean that one. I think what was it last year? The year before, I think it was last year where I only did it once. I mean, so it's yeah. I mean, I'd much rather do it 3 times, but who knows? Maybe that breaks what I or we need from time to time.
right. Yeah. when you go, but you go like once a year. It's got to be to me. It'd just be tough. But for me, as a competitor, you know, to get out there and you have to wait, you know, for a year for the next fight, and you're trying to keep in shape, and you're trying to keep, you know, especially someone like that, like you, that's defending the title, you know.
Yeah.
But and I kind of understand it too because you got to watch the all the contenders under you try to, you know, raise up through the ranks so they can have a chance to compete against you because you can't always be going against the champ. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
to raise up the rankings. I get that, but I don't know. I wish it was a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Be
mean,
nice if they get to where they're doing an event a month. That way they can start,
yeah.
start
Because I
working
mean,
that.
you're going to watch different fights, you know. And then I think too that they're doing a lot of rematches that come through. You get a lot of rematches, you know. And I think that once a fight's over, unless it's an actual controversial fight, you know what I mean? I think they should start letting it go so that other people can raise up because you have people who I think that deserve a shot that ends up waiting because you got this rivalry going around and you got like three rematches, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it hurts the people trying to move up when you keep doing that. It kind of stalls
Oh,
out the you know their opportunity guys. I like
yeah. It does.
so. Anyways, but other than that, man, I'm glad we got to catch up. Uh, Man, it's been a while. I had all these questions, you know, I've been waiting to ask you about, you know, since Hard Slot 12. I know they've been keeping you busy, man. So
Yeah, I was about to say that, and then I took some time off away from everybody, and then
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
but you know, I'm glad you're able to do that too. Yeah, I mean, to be able to spend time with the family, and you know, you got that pass to what Silver Dollar?
yep.
Yeah. So you know, get to take kids, and you know, I think that you know, as a dad, that's you know that's commendable because you know you want to spend that time with your kids, you know, and your family. So I'm glad you're able to get to do that.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, brother. I guess until the next match, we're gonna have to get together once they tell us who's going to be on Power Slap 13, so we can do our predictions. We missed doing the predictions for 12, but we got
I,
to do our predictions for 13 whenever it
I was
comes
about
out.
to say. I mean, I didn't even make predictions with coaching and everything else, and
Yeah,
it was just a long week.
yeah, I know. They sent you out there early too. I mean, you know, just been with the fighters and stuff. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, so next time, man, if they don't have you out there, we'll do our predictions. We'll go through the
Yes, sir.
cards and figure out who, you know, who our winners are. So, all right,
Sounds
bro.
good.
All right, man. Thanks again, brother, for jumping in and you know, catching up with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, guys. You know, thank you guys for jumping in. You know, and joining us. Catching up with the goat himself, Wolverine. Uh, so remember, till next time, you are uniquely designed with a purpose, and always keep moving forward. Peace.